Welcome, everyone. We have Super Casual Football Sim League Pro Bowl Exhibition Game. I see everyone's kind of filtering in here, so I am joined with me today in the booth, Legally Blind Gamer. Most of you know him from PBE. He's also got his own player playing in this one as well. LBG, as you are commonly referred to as. How are you doing, sir?
Good, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just got off work and happy to stream some super casual. We've got a really uh deadlock matchup here in this one. I
Team
think it's
America.
yeah. I mean, both teams are absolutely stacked and obviously so. I mean, it's Dev League or not Dev League. It's the Pro Bowl and we have some of the best going at it here in this one. So uh, and like we were talking about earlier on stream, there's a lot of teams that have a lot of players representing. So like I think the Dragons lead the American with 12 representatives, 12 players in the Pro Bowl
Yeah,
there.
12.
So quite a few there. The Lions also for the international division have quite a few. And speaking of Lions and Dragons, those are the QBs for each team. Mike Oxlong of the Vancouver Victorious Lions and Dayton Mack of the Denver Dragons. So um, going to be a really interesting game. We've only done one Access 2021 game up to this point. We did one when it was still in beta last Pro Bowl, and so now that it's been released and there's been a few patches and everything, we're doing 2021 in preparation for basically the next season's S10 being in Access 21.
That's very interesting. So, you've done the preliminary testing and everything seems to check out so far. Has there been any crashes or any weird stuff happening? Has it been running pretty good for you?
Everything, yes, 10-minute quarters, Odeon. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing it. No, everything's been okay. There's been a couple weird spots, but I've actually been able to. It hasn't crashed the game. I've been able to pause, and then when I resume, it goes back into its normal game. So I haven't had any issues in the handful of times I've run it. So feeling
Nice.
pretty good. Worked out most of the kinks with all the rosters and the jerseys and everything. So I think we're about ready to get into this one. I guess you got any other thoughts or takes on the
Yeah.
season in the league?
Absolutely. This was my first season with the Denver Dragons so far, and I had been with the Rush for a very long time, and it was very weird for me because this is the first time that I've ever tested free agency with any of my players. So, coming over to the Dragons when I did, it seemed like it was very fortuitous. We just had an amazing season so far, and I'm so happy to see so many Dragons in the Team America lineup here. All the teams have some pretty good representation, but Dayton Mack and Dash Runman, players like Joe Burrow. It's going to be very interesting to see if the international defense can be able to hold on and keep this America offense from just kind of dominating this game. The American offense is just so stacked all the way up and down the board here. It'll be very interesting to see not only on the defensive side, but special teams as well. How many field goals are we going to have in this game? How many times are they going to have to punt? All these are going to be crucial factors, be able to make these like 3-and-out stands and hold these other teams to not being able to get down the field.
Yeah, I think that could definitely make a big difference. One turnover could be all the deciding factor in this one, as we have two very evenly matched up teams. And one thing I will say is I'm very surprised. The Lidditz Twisters were one of the best teams in the league, and actually only have a couple of Pro Bowl players here. So I'm very surprised to see that they didn't get a little bit more representation because of how strongly they played this season. But it is there's a little bit of a factor of the voting, and sometimes it's a team sport at the end of the day. So sometimes the sum of the individuals is greater, or the sum of the whole is greater than the sum of the individuals, or the whatever the expression is. I can't think. So anyway, yeah, we're in for a good one. Let's see what our experts have, and they have the American division, slightly favored in this one, 67%. I think that's a little That's probably a
I
little deceptive. I bet you
right.
it's closer to 50-50, just because of
Yeah.
like how some of the positions stack up and everything. So,
See, I
um,
was thinking like 55-45, somewhere right
yeah,
around in there. Pretty close, so yeah,
I
definitely.
yeah, some of it's just dependent on who stacks up in what position, but there's also the game plan factor, so like say
Sure.
hypothetically that the international division running back is a little bit weaker than the American running back. Well, Axis is going to say they're Americans better than, well, but if you don't run the ball as much, is it really make much of a
Does it really
difference?
matter? Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
So, but I think we've got a really good one here in store for us. So, I think without further ado, let's get into this. We've got about 14, 15 viewers, so I think everyone's anxious
Nice.
and ready.
And who's the home team here?
I've got America as the home team just because
All right.
TLK is in America and he's the lone commissioner, the first, only, worst, best. So America will be the home team, but that doesn't actually affect the game outcome. That's all
Sure.
cosmetic. So it does
Yeah.
have the American logo. I guess in 21 they did away with the
Default one.
center field logos. So
Right.
all right, kickoff. Here we come. Greg of House Gase of the American Division to kick it off, and like always, well to the back of the end zone.
That's right.
International takeover at the 25, and it will be Mike Oxlong, the Vancouver Victorious Lions QB, in his first Pro Bowl, I believe, to take it under center in this one. He avoids the sack and nearly gets intercepted there. I can't. I should.
Yeah, forever in the pocket there too. The
Yeah,
three-step drop and another couple seconds, so
yeah. They
plenty
were
of time.
they were closing in, but errant pass to start this one off, and Quattro
Nice
Quattro with
run
a
there.
good run. Aztecs representative, one of a couple. I don't think there's too many. I don't have the exact list up right now, but there's not too many. But he's definitely
I
one. And
expect pass here. Oh,
Scooby
took a
right the
hit.
third with the sack, and that is going to force a international punt. So a very
Three and
quick
out.
3 and out. Yes, indeed. That's another victorious line. Zuko Ito with the punt there. I just know the Lions ones. I swear I'm not biased. Well, I am, but I'm pulling up the list right now. So
All right. Well, let's see if Team America can do something here, get us started.
yeah, field position didn't really change much. They start on the 20 as well as Dayton Mack whips that off his back foot. That's one of the animations or things they've added in Access 21 is kind of that back foot throw. So gets a
Nice.
completion to Dixie Kong there. Um, and that's second and
Shovel
5.
pass.
Play action. And Red Vents, another Dragon, I believe.
Wide
Uh,
open.
yeah, gets a great pickup there. That's the first down we've seen in this one. And they are starting to drive.
Interesting, the single back set this whole time. Ooh, and a big sack. That was
And that is
major
the
yard loss.
Hammerheads GM and linebacker Jack Gunner in on the sack. That's a huge loss of 7. Now 5 wide set. Mack back to pass and not sure where
Oh,
that one was going. Uh,
they had trips right there too. Lots of receivers.
it
They
almost
still
looked
threw
like
it out of
quads
bounds.
right or something. It was
Yeah,
yeah, quite the bunch. That's going to bring up 3rd and long. And Mack is swallowed up
no.
again. Johnson Lovehammer with the sack. One of the
Wow.
very few rookies in this Pro Bowl. Johnson Lovehammer gets in there. Shout out to Loki. I think I saw him in the stream here a little bit ago.
What do you think, chat? Over under on 3 and outs here? Looks like it's gonna be a pretty defensive game. Wow.
I wish I could. I don't know how to do the channel point betting. I wish I could do that. So, but anyway, uh, International Division trying to respond back, and that is going to be Frost Sucks, I believe, another Denver Dragon, swallowing up Quattro Quattro for a tackle for a loss. That is another stat that is now recorded in Access 21 as TFLs. So it doesn't show it here on the screen. That's, I think, something they could fix, but it does show it in the background stats.
Those pitch lefts have not worked out for him.
No, and now it's another 3rd and 10. Deep
Desperate throw
bomb,
here.
and he's got TLK.
Oh, nice one.
Oxlong showing him what's
Down the
up.
sideline.
TLK.
Look like 20, 25 yards or so.
Yeah, that was a huge completion. Let's see if the international can keep the momentum going. It looks like Oxlong's setting up a bit of a relationship with the lone Rush representative. You mentioned you're a member of the Rush before. Gurin, aka TLK, in Super Casual here, getting 2 big catches, including that first down previously. And the Quattro Quattro picks up this other first down.
Yeah, running has not been working out for International here so far.
No. And now Oxlong back to pass. And TLK again near the pylon.
Oh,
That is a huge catch. TLK.
wow.
And look at that beautiful TLK face gen. Hope you're watching our real TLK. And now
First
Quattro.
red zone chance here.
Wow, look at that sea of red jerseys. It's Greg Gase the fifth. Swallows him up. I believe that's one of the lone Venom representatives, or there's a couple. There might be a couple. I can't quite recall. Now Quattro Quattro gets a couple blocks, but there's just too much speed on this American defense.
And wow, it's already third down here.
It is. Oxlong back to pass, and he's got TLK
Wide
again.
open.
Wow,
Wow.
that
It
is
was like triple coverage there.
that. He split the defenders beautifully
He sure
there.
did.
Great pass from
Right in the
Mike
center of the field,
Oxlong.
too.
And that is Alpha Chad splitting it right down the middle at the Boar statue. And we've got a 7-0 lead. International.
Nice drive there.
Very
You know,
nice.
running game wasn't working for him, but TLK came through in the end there.
Well, he got two big third downs there. That third and goal on the
Yes.
score, and then that third and 10 there early on in the drive for their first down of the game. TLK all over this one. We'll see if they go back to him in the next drive. But now it'll be Dayton Mack and company here to answer back, and he's got Dixie Conn for about 2-3 yards there.
Nice little pass.
Yeah, and if you
I'm
missed
guessing
it,
they're going to do a run this time.
yeah, I don't know. They're in a shotgun, so looks like
Yeah, no.
Danny's set up a pass-heavy offense. And if you didn't hear me say it earlier, Axis's very own Danny Jugan developed the playbook and depth chart with the players super casual selected. So this is Danny's playbook basically going against I want to say Pow and I think it's Pow and Toasty. So very
Nice.
interesting competition of playbooks. Or no, Danny is the international one. Pow and
International,
Toasty
yeah.
is the American. Yes. And
There you go.
speaking of Pow and Toasty, there's Pow in the chat. Good to see you, sir. And that is going to be a punt to. No, did I get it? Was I right the first time, Pow? I don't remember. Somebody set up one thing.
That's what it was.
Pow and Toasty.
It was.
doesn't
Yeah,
get-
you were right the
yeah.
first time.
Okay, I was right the first time. I was thinking because Pow was on the Denver and he did the American, but no, that's not correct. As Frost sucks. Gets a big sack. He had a tackle for the loss earlier in the game and making his presence felt. Oxlong's got some time. He's got a man wide open. That's Craig Shiloh.
Wow.
The Vancouver line to Vancouver line
All the
connection,
way.
and he goes all the way. Craig Shiloh, one of the best wide receivers in this season.
Just like that, it's a two-score game.
Wow. I've yelled out Craig Shiloh's name so many times this season. He's been such a great receiver. And what a pass.
Absolutely. Now America has to respond here. They've got to get something going, or else this could get out of control.
And I think that was another third down, was it not, that they converted on?
Yeah. Yeah, third
So-
down. Yep.
So international absolutely causing these backbreak third down conversions for American. American looking to respond back, and they've got a out route. Dixie Kong picks up a first down. That was a gain of about 13. Been a Mac to Kong connection there.
And they're going 5 wide receivers. Oh, yeah, 5 wide receivers again.
No, I had Runman in the backfield there, and that's a.
Oh, 4. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, kind of that pistol formation with 2 split each side, and that was a dangerous throw. 2 blue jerseys on 1 red is not good odds. Mac back to pass, and Kong again. That is a pickup of 7. Third and very manageable here for the American. We'll see if they run it, and looks like they're going to go shotgun again. So probable pass, and that almost was a
Oh,
fumble
nice
there. Looked like a tuck rule maybe or something, because
Right.
I could have swore that would have been a fumble. It is going to be an American punt as International is taking it to the American division.
And this could be a 3-score game without, even getting to halftime yet. So Team America really has to shut this down. They need to get a good 3 and out here, be able to have some time management left for the 2-minute warning, and hopefully get a score before the second half. And that'll be a good one right there.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
Great. Nice.
Yeah, Sucks has been all over this one. He's gets a loss of 20 on Oxlong with the sack there, and um,
Back
yeah,
in the end
that's
zone.
exactly what they need. And there's an interception.
Oh,
Von Ubercastle, the Florida Flamingos co-GM, getting the interception. That could be the momentum that the
that's what
American
they needed
needs.
right there.
Absolutely. Mac now. I believe that was a red vents drop there. Another Denver Dragon representative.
Yeah, try and get them out in the sidelines here. Save the clock.
Yeah. Mac back to pass again. Gets it to Burrow. Another Dragon. They're all over this one. One we haven't called out yet is one of the best tight ends we had in the league this season, Adonis King, as well. So we'll
Right.
see if he gets in this. There's a lot of weapons on this American offense, so a 2-score lead is not enough, and that's nearly intercepted. I couldn't see if that was Gunner or who got their hands on that, but that was a very dangerous
Another
throw,
three
and
and out.
that's a tough 3-and-out. Thought they could have really gotten something going after that INT, but looks like they're going to really get a good coffin punt there.
What a kick!
I thought that
Wow.
was going to be closer to the 1, but it's marked at the 2-yard line. And
See if we can get a safety.
yeah, we've seen a couple long sacks here, so this could be the big brain play, and that is a well covered play. I think Oxlong was looking for his teammate Shiloh and tried to force it too much. Lucky he wasn't picked off.
Extra defender in the backfield here.
And, ooh, Quattro almost gets swallowed
Oh,
up, and that's your boy, Derek Wildstar,
hey!
on the tackle for loss.
All right, Wild Star.
Say hi to mom, So,
Right?
and we've hit the 2-minute warning in this one. International up 14-0, but they face a 3rd and long with their backs in the shadow of their own goalpost, and that is going to be a safety. Quattro
Oh my
again
God!
by Frost Sucks. He is just a monster in this one. The international O-line does not know how to pick that man up, and that is a 2-point safety on the board for American.
And they get the ball back with almost 2 minutes to spare here, so they can march this one down the field. Let's see how it goes.
As we say in a certain game, balls back. So,
Right.
I don't know I don't know what I can do in the super casual screen, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you're 16, you'll figure it out in 5 years. Anyway, that's a 9-yard pickup there by American, and
Able to get out of bounds. Clock still running.
yeah, they weren't, and another near
Wow, that was
fumble.
close.
It does stop the clock. Americans do have 2 timeouts left, 3rd and manageable. They're in the pistol formation. They've been doing a lot of passing out of this. We'll see if they run it with Runman. They quick pass. The pressure was coming in fast.
And 3 and out.
No, I don't think that's a glitched out issue. I mean, I've seen more legitimate fumbles in Axis 21, so I haven't really seen that animation. But to me, it looks like he's trying to, he's like throwing it on the ground.
Intentional grounding.
Yeah, that's actually turned off just because of how frequent it would happen.
They're just going to run out the time here.
Yeah, and to me, if you're international, you're very, very content with a 2-score lead.
Absolutely.
But that false start is going to push them back. The clock stays running, though. Oh, no, it stops. Okay.
Team America used a timeout.
Yeah, I think Dom is right. I think that's just a throwaway, and that's just the way that the animation plays out. But no, they're not content with that. That's Craig Shiloh again.
Wow.
Does he get the lean?
Looked like
I don't think he did it. He did not get
No.
in. So American grabs him at the very end, and now Oxlong is swallowed up. Scrooby right the 3rd. I thought they would have given him the lunge there. But Shiloh does not get in. Now it's 2nd and goal at the 8. Oxlong finding Kylie Ray, and the rookie fullback Kylie Ray getting the touchdown. 21-2 pending this PAT, and the face gen's wrong. Kylie Ray's face gen's normally Kylie Jenner, but I don't know what happened there.
Let's just take a second and talk about how good Mike Oxlong has been tonight.
Yeah,
Just some amazing throws.
He's
Just
been really
in deep
good.
traffic, long way down the field. 30-yard passes. It's just been amazing.
Yeah, he's been picking apart the defense. He had that one interception against Vaughn,
Yes.
but I really, it's tough to knock him for that just because of how good this American secondary and team is. It's I don't think the score is really showing how close these teams are at this point in time.
All right, we're gonna have to do some Hail Marys here or something because this is it.
Yeah, I think
2 more plays are gonna get out of this one.
yeah,
Here's number one. Oh,
and that is a drop, but a very short pass nonetheless. I think they need to start, like you said, going deep with the ball, taking some chances, see if they can stretch the defense out. I think that's one of their first running
and
plays of
run
the
it out
game,
here.
and I think that's going to take us to halftime. 21-2 lead, and I'll be very honest. This is the most lopsided I've seen this game play out. Um,
Right.
in the
But this is very interesting though, because all the hype that I had heard coming into this, a Team America, they were just the best, especially on offense. They were just going to be unbeatable. But Oxlong, Kylie Ray, Slayton, some of these other players have just been so amazing.
yeah,
Um, there's just no doubt now that America has its work cut out for it. Not only now are they 3 scores behind, but they're going to have to shut them down the whole rest of the game in order to get something going here.
absolutely. And nothing to show, but their defense has outscored their offense. With that safety
Right.
um, and
That's not a good stat halfway in.
no, it's not. As Runman gets barely back to the line of scrimmage, and Americans face with another third down here. They have not been very efficient on third down whatsoever, and that's kind of
I
the
don't think they've
key.
gotten any.
And that's a quick pass, and that's
There we go.
dropped. That was
Oh, he
Adonis.
had it.
I think that was Adonis King on the drop. He had a step past the defense, and that's a
He had
terrible
it.
drop.
Wow. And here we go. Team International getting the ball back again.
Yeah, um, I'm interested to see if they're going to change up their game plan at all. They've pretty much been most effective on deep passes. I'm wondering if they're going to
Yeah.
run the
Shorter
ball
route.
more or be a little more conservative, or if they're going to keep trying for what they're trying.
They're trying to get those 10-yard sideline throws here.
Yeah, that was well covered by the Americans. I think Oxlong was looking for Shiloh again, has I believe over 100 yards in this one. I haven't been tallying it up, and that's a fumble.
No.
Frost sucks with the recovery. I don't think he forced it, but Frost sucks in the right place at the right time. Absolute monster in this game. Not to be confused with Monster of the Woods, the other Dragons Pro Bowler, and that could breathe new life into the Americans.
And yeah, Adonis King. Let's see if they just got the last one here. And they do have the 4 wide receivers out now again.
They do. Mac with some time. He's throwing it into a sea of blue jerseys
Oh,
to the back of the
that
end
was
zone.
dangerous.
Very dangerous.
3rd and 5. Here we go. They're down again. They need to get a 3rd down here. Come on.
And they run it, and that
Hey,
is
dude, that.
Izumachi with the tackle for a loss, and that is going to bring out Greg of House Gase for I believe, about a 39-yard field goal. He
He's there
slices
in
it in.
range here.
38-yard field goal. And that
Well,
is,
now it's 2 scores and a field goal, so
yeah,
it's a little bit better.
and I don't know the exact 2-point conversion logic, but yeah, technically speaking, a 16-point game, so Americans very far from out of it. All it takes is another turnover. Interestingly enough, Americans have been winning the turnover battle. They've gotten 2, and or they've gotten 2 takeaways, whereas they have none. And that's Tim Tebow streaking down the sideline. He
Oh
makes
my
a man. Oh
God.
my goodness! Mike
Wide
Oxlong
open.
destroying
Wow.
this American defense.
It's like they're playing zone secondary and they just left him wide out
I
there.
don't know what if that was like a cover 2 or just a man blitz or what happened there, but he was wide open down the middle of the field, and this game plan I think is really
Out.
working. Yeah.
It sure is. All right, here we go, Team America. You got to get something here. 3rd down, 3rd quarter, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, it's not
See if
it's
Dayton Mack can do something.
yeah, and running's
Oh,
not gonna help you here when you're only
no,
getting 1-yard gains.
no. As far back as they are, too, they need to be throwing every single
I think
down
they
here.
hurt
Just
us
about.
because now they got 1 tight end, 4 wide receivers. They find Kong on the sideline, and that's a pickup of about 7.
Yeah, they're trying these hook routes to the sideline. And it's just not really paying off for the long yardage here.
Empty backfield, and they're swallowed up right away. A C, and
Three of them.
that's gosh, what's his name? He has a good name. That is Fairly Lit Gerald on the sack.
Yeah,
Yes,
fairly lit Gerald.
Fairly Lit Gerald. Love it. But I do not love it if I'm an American fan. That is a terrible 3-and-out. Not what you need whatsoever. International has been almost unstoppable on offense. It is 28-5 as they take over just over halfway through the third. And Oxlong slinging it again. He is just a gunslinger, this one.
Wow.
That one did not connect. Stops the clock. 2nd and 10.
Seems like right now the weak link is the Americans' defensive backs. That the DBs just aren't able to cover these receivers effectively, and it's just really killing them.
Yeah,
Especially like the past drive there, they just totally demolished them 20, 30 yards down the field. There's no coverage at all, and they just take off with it.
absolutely not. And the front seven's not to blame whatsoever for the Americans. I wonder if it's the zone or what if it's the scheme they're calling. If they're calling like you said, like some cover two, and some of the streaks down the sidelines or down the middle of the field are a little bit more open. But that's going to be a bad pickup by Odeon Muldoon, and
Deep in their own territory here
yeah,
now.
and we've seen some sacks for many yard losses. So
One safety already.
yeah, but it looks like they're not bringing pressure. And Dogwood Maple with his first action
Nice
in this
catch.
one. The lone Hollywood Knights representative, and maybe he can bestow some of Hollywood's Knights' second half nature upon this American team. As we know, the Knights are a second half team.
And they had the curl there, but even then he couldn't hold on to the ball. So
No,
now we're looking at 2nd and long.
there's been a couple drops for this American team.
Yeah.
That's a flag there. Not sure. That's a hold. They will accept it.
2nd and 20. Wow.
America
And just like that, they're back into safety territory again.
America not going the right direction whatsoever in this one. Mack bats a pass, avoids the sack, nicely done, but throws it away.
And here we go, 3rd down and long again for Team America. Ouch.
Yeah, this is not very good odds to convert this one, especially with only a 3-yard pass.
And they're way too short on that one. They should have gone way downfield. And here we go, 4th down. Got to punt it away again. And again, Team International. I think this is like the 8th time that they've had the ball so far this game. So
Yeah,
they've gotten 4 scores out of it. Only a few punts. You know, that one takeaway that they had or giveaway. So here we go.
Oxlong with some time, and he's got another man wide open. It's Shiloh. He makes a man miss, and he's all the way in for a touchdown. Craig Shiloh with his
And
second
Shiloh had
touchdown.
company. His own teammate was down there too with only one defender. So they had 2 targets down the field.
239 yards, 2 touchdowns, and only 3 catches for Shiloh. And dare I say, Dagger. Yes, thank you, Loki. Dagger's in the chat. God.
Man.
Wow.
All right. If there was a time now for Team America with your back against the wall like this is do or die time right here. Dayton Mack has to get something going, and especially down the field. These
down the
5-yard, 10-yard passes, they're just not going to cut it on the sidelines.
And the pressure gets to Mack
Oh.
as Mizumachi, he had a tackle for a loss earlier on a 3rd down, I believe, gets a sack in this one. Kengo Mizumachi making his presence felt.
And now you have the desperation play because you're so far. Oh, there we go.
That's a good one. Kong makes one person miss, and I wish I could say 4s in the chat. Honestly, every other stream I've done, it would have been a 4 in the chat. This is the most lopsided stream I've seen of this game right now. But Mack gets it to Dogwood Maple, and that is a first down.
Catch.
It is, and that is the first down for America in a long time.
Yes, almost the whole game.
Mack with a dangerous throw in a sea of blue jerseys. 2nd and 10. And they're going to be going for it on 4th regardless here of the distance. Because it is do or die for American division, and another incomplete pass. I think,
I'm hardly seeing any pressure at all from the Team International. It's been mostly everybody hanging back 10, 15 yards trying to wait for the catch.
yeah. So again, only 3 guys being sent, and that's
That was almost an interception there. Ouch.
yeah. This secondary is stepping up at the right time for international, and they are punting. I guess
Wow.
they might have given up. I don't know. As Jox Murney's trying to coffin it, I don't think that's gonna get it though, and it will be a touchback.
Because you're only looking at 24 yards here. They were on the 49 of the opposing team. They should have gone for it, but we'll see how if they can hold on here.
Oxlong, they're passing it again. They do not care, and that's Shiloh with his 4th catch of the game. He's approaching the 250 receiving yard mark.
And the time just keeps on ticking down here. Clock's still going.
Watro gets the first down, despite it looked like he was almost swallowed up in the backfield, and that's a killer for the Americans there.
They could sit here and burn out the whole clock and not even have to get all the way down the field.
No, and Watro trying to burn out clock only gets a gain of 1. Like I said, this front 7 of the American division has been great all game. It's been the secondary. It's just been getting torched.
Pitch on the weak side.
Brutus Maximus with the tackle for a loss.
Looks like they're setting up for another run here.
They pitch it weak side again, and Watro does a backflip after a gain of 4.
I'm going to guess they're going to do something in the middle here to try and keep it in bounds. Oh, they got to punt it away.
Yep. So it was about 2:47 in this one. Americans will get the ball again.
Man, what was it? The Atlanta game in the Super Bowl? Do you remember that? How they came back from like 40 points to see if Team America can do that here.
Yeah, I'm not as optimistic. I think there's a little bit more time left in that one. That was the 28-3 game, as it's so famously.
That's right, 28-3.
Mack now finding King, gets out of bound very wisely.
2nd and 7. They need to get something 10 yards, 15 yards, something here. That these 5-yard plays just aren't cutting it.
No, but Mack looking down the sideline has King again.
Kept him in bounds.
Yep.
We're going to get to the 2-minute warning, I think, here. Maybe. Let's see.
This international team looking like they're playing that bend but don't break defense right now.
And there we go, 2-minute warning.
They still have all 3 timeouts, though.
They do. Let's see if we can get one last drive, get one touchdown here for Team America before we finish this one out.
Mack gets it to Maple, and Maple finds a soft spot in the zone for a gain of about 10 or so, 11. Mack again.
Oh, well, that stopped the clock, so
it did.
That'll help.
But honestly, I don't know if there's a certain point margin where the American division is not playing as aggressively anymore, if we've officially hit garbage time or not.
Oh. All right, 2 more chances here.
This is it.
Dayton Mack.
Americans have not scored a single touchdown. They've scored a safety and a field goal in this one, as the score implies, but not a single touchdown.
Do or die right here, Team America.
They've got 4 out wide in the pistol. They pick up the pressure, and that's a very, very dangerous throw. Turnover on downs.
No, good game, Team International. That was very well played. I think they're just going to run the clock out here. But, as far as the game itself, Mike Oxlong just totally amazing all the way down the stretch. Even from the very beginning, that very first drive onward, you could just tell things were just rolling their way. Except for that one giveaway that they had, Team America, they've been pretty efficient here so far. And I just don't think there was any chance for Team America from the outgo. Especially after that one sack, I thought they were the safety
fumble, and then they had a fumble there too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's right.
They never could capitalize really on the turnovers. It felt like they had the interception and the fumble, and despite that, they just could not capitalize. Like you said, Oxlong's been all over this game, and if you had to if you had to ask, it's kind of tough, but Oxlong is probably the MVP. Although Shiloh had an amazing game at the wide receiver position as well.
ELK as well.
And another kneel down will do it in this one for us.
There we go. So season Pro Bowl in the books. Did not go the way I expected. I really
I
thought Team America had a chance there, but it was just all the way down the line, Team International.
Absolutely. Who do you have, LBG, for your player of the game or your Pro Bowl MVP, whatever you'd like to call it?
I'm going to go with Oxlong. Oxlong just was dominating all the way down the line, made several great completions, especially in heavy coverage. I saw a couple of throws where there were like three defenders, and he was still able to thread the needle and get the ball to those receivers. So, at least for me, I think Mike Oxlong, definitely my player of the game.
Mine as well. I think I give him the edge over Shiloh just because he did have those 5 touchdowns, and um, oh, he did make another Pro Bowl before. I didn't know he made one, but great game from Oxlong, and yeah, well, I'll just quick pan through some of the other international stats. They didn't do much. Neither team did much on the ground, and then of course Craig Shiloh, as you mentioned earlier, TLK. Tim Tebow had that very long and touchdown. There's of course TLK in the chat, so if you want to see a picture of yourself, sir, there you are.
Look at that, 248 yards and just 4 receptions. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely insane average.
Wow.
Um, and then yeah, not there wasn't much flashiness on this international defense. They just like I said, bend but didn't break. Did what they needed to do. They got a few key sacks. Fairly
That's all
Gerald,
she
Jack Gunner, Johnson Lovehammer with the great face gen there, of course. So always love seeing that. And then on the
right.
international side, I mean, we highlighted it in the game, but I can't really say enough. Like Frost Sucks was absolutely um, the leader on this American defense. Just could
Yes.
not cover everyone. Maybe it's because he's 7'4". I don't know why
I
he was
just
so
noticed
good.
that. Wow.
But Dixie Kong was definitely the favorite target of Mac, but just they never really took a shot. Not sure
Yeah.
if Danny's. So the way the playbooks are set up is you kind of have yard ranges for different down situations and how
Right.
far, like a short, medium, and long passes, and not sure, what the setup was for American division for like the down and distance and everything, but. They just didn't really take any chances, and Mac's a good quarterback, so I'm really surprised to see them not push the envelope a little bit. Um,
Yeah, and I think another thing too is that a lot of those passes were hook routes over towards the sidelines,
yep.
five-yard routes, 2-yard routes, 3-yard routes. They're just too short, unfortunately. If they had been a lot more completion, they might have added up to have something decent enough to get a good drive, to get downfield, to get the touchdown. But there was just too many deflected passes, too many incompletes. So it just didn't work out. But if they had been able to make the contact with those receivers, it might have been a different story. But the defensive secondary of Team International was just so smothering. Those zone defenses that I saw, where they would pull up with two or three guys. By the time that the ball had been launched in the air, there was already a second and a third guy going towards the receiver. So lots of great coverage, and I think that was ultimately the deciding factor.
Yeah.
There was just nothing Team America could do to be able to consistently get the ball down the field, and that's what ultimately held them back.
Well, the saying is that Dayton Mac can read a defense, but I didn't see it there. So
Unfortunately,
we'll see if the playoffs bode any differently for him. Two of
right?
these quarterbacks will not face off in the first round, but are both playoff quarterbacks, and will be interesting to see um, how they fare in the playoff game. So this is just Pro Bowl exhibition here. Next week we'll have super casual playoffs, and also we didn't talk much about PBE. LBG is a large contributor to PBE, and I saw a lot of friendly faces from PBE in the chat, so I appreciate everyone tuning in and watching for the last 40 minutes or so. But I believe next week starts the PBE regular season, season 28. So
Absolutely.
a
Yeah, we have the spring training this coming Thursday. So we have two spring training days this week, Thursday and Saturday. And then I'll be doing the opening day stream with PBA Commissioner Hummusgod on
awesome.
Tuesday. And I have a back-to-back stream. I'll be doing the Wednesday one as well. So the spring training this week, season 28 starting next week. It was a really great playoffs with OBX and the Kingpins winning. And we'll see if they're able to defend their championship status. And hopefully, as the season goes on, I think there's going to be a lot of upsets this season. There was a lot of trades. A lot of players called up from the minor league. So the field is kind of distorted a little bit than the way it's been the past couple seasons. There have been some favorite teams that I don't think are going to do as well this season, and we might see a couple upsets from some of these lower level teams that have traditionally not been able to get into the playoffs. We might have one or two of those be a dark horse and maybe get a fourth seed wild card spot in the playoffs. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But spring training this week, regular season next week, and everybody's invited to come check out the PBE.
Definitely do so, and a lot of excitement in sim leagues around the circle, so to speak. GFSA championship game next week, playoffs for super casual next week, and opening day for PBE. Please tune into all of it if you can, or as much as you can. A lot of fun things going on across the sim league community. Um,
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me on. And thank you, TLK, for the invite. I want to really thank both of you so much for allowing me to be here. It's been a while. I've been so busy over doing PBE stuff. I haven't really had the time to do commentary like I've wanted to do over here in SCFSL. But I did step down recently as the GM of the Dallas Dynamos over there. So I do have a little bit more free time. And I'm hoping, that here in the next month or so, that I can get back more into this league and hopefully start co hosting more streams with you guys.
Well, that would be much appreciated. I do Dev League games on Tuesdays, and I think Dom does Thursdays, and then TLK is always looking for good color commentary and banter on the regular season games. Or
Nice.
so everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. LBG, thank you for joining me in the booth.
Absolutely. Thank you.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be in the presence of such a great sim leaguer legend. um,
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much.
so I think we're gonna sign off here. Tune in, everyone, to next week's games, like we mentioned earlier, and have a good night.
Have a good night.